Coming up on Campus Collective,
we look into AI academics,
overly vacant dorm buildings,
and a not-so-hidden gem on campus.
For those looking for an update on the culture on and beyond UNC, look no further.
Here is Campus Collective.
Good morning, Bears, and welcome back to Campus Collective. I'm Jenna Vandiver.
And I'm Michener Alifano. Thank you for joining us.
It's no secret that AI is making its way into the classroom. As the technology begins to grow, one question remains. Are students using AI or is AI using them? Campus Collective reporter Savannah took a deep dive into the world of AI to find out.
It's no doubt that artificial intelligence is rapidly changing how students learn, write, and think. The biggest question is if AI belongs in the classroom.
I think that there really is an erasure of critical thought where people go to ChatGPT too quickly.
At the University of Northern Colorado, one class is taking a deeper look at the role that AI could play in the future of education. The rhetoric of AI, taught by Professor Lynn Allen, allows students to explore how artificial intelligence is shaping society, communication, and learning. During class, students present case studies, debate ethics, and share new discoveries about how AI is evolving.
You need to establish the parameters of a hammer, like a hammer is used to drive a nail into a wall and not to hit people on the head. So if we establish the parameters of AI, we can use it most effectively and not hurt ourselves.
Even with courses that open up the possibility of working with AI, some still believe that it does not belong at UNC.
Like, as an adult who already has skills, it can be useful, like, this is what I need in this appliance, like, what are the best fits? So there are, like, everyday uses, but I would love to keep it out of education.
Those debates are exactly what Professor Allen hopes students would explore when designing the course.
When we're focused specifically on AI, I think that it's refreshing for students to not just have the thou shalt nots about what they are to avoid, but actually realizing that these technologies are becoming part of our world.
As AI advances, conversations will shape how the next generation learns to work with it. Allen gives advice to students in just 5 words.
Don't let it use you.
AI may be shaping the future of education, but UNC is making sure its past isn't forgotten. The University Archives keep decades of campus history alive for students and researchers alike. A lot of students struggle with finding good resources for their research projects. The University Archives offer a perfect solution, and Ayla will tell you more about it.
Hidden in the basement of the Michener Library is a treasure trove of information. Not many students know about this hidden gem at UNC. But tonight, we're going to be taking you through it. Let's go. The UNC Archives houses an ever-increasing collection of documents, art, and memorabilia of history that students are allowed to view and research. Archivists Adriana Trujillo and Leah Bookman work on research requests.
We get a lot of requests, both from outside archives and also from other departments on campus. Some take more research than others.
The archives stand primarily as an extensive source of information for students.
The head of archives would say that the most important thing is access, giving people access to the information.
Information comes in all forms and requires special care to ensure its pristine condition.
Maintaining the collections also involves storing, and we have the main collections behind our office, and then we have a cold storage in a different part of the lower level, and all the collections rooms are temperature regulated, but specifically for photographs and audiovisual materials, we put them into cold storage to help with the preservation.
Not all materials come into the archives in prime condition, however. Kate Okayasu, the archivist of university materials, details the quarantining process for new archival materials.
Come in. A lot of times our protocol is actually to isolate it in another room. We call it our quarantine room for a few days, just to make sure that there is no mold, there's no bugs or insects or anything like that, so that we can make sure they're safe to integrate into the rest of the collections.
Despite its wealth of knowledge, not many students utilize the archives.
We want more students and community members and faculty and staff to know that we're here to provide information and help them.
For your next research project, you might want to consider using the University Archives. They are a fantastic resource. All right, let's get back to the rest of our newscast.
Speaking of UNC's history, students are now getting the chance to shape the next chapter. The student government election is right around the corner. Springtime on campus means blooming greenery, warmer weather, and the return of the annual Student Government Association election. Students will vote on the 9 executive board members and 20 student senators representing the sophomore, junior, and senior classes, as well as the 5 different colleges. These representatives advocate for students on campus and strive to improve student life here at UNC. Voting is open to all students at UNC and will be available from April 6th to April 10th. While some students are focused on campaigning, others are making a different decision about next year. Dorm enrollment is dropping and more students are choosing to live off campus.
Reporter Lydia Erickson took a trip to the UNC dorms to investigate.
Students at the University of Northern Colorado are provided with a number of living situations, from the Arlington apartments to dormitories in South Hall that provide communal living. Students have a number of amenities that are provided to them free of charge, and yet many students are choosing to not live in the dorms, leaving us to wonder, what do the dorms have to offer for UNC students?
Have opportunities for folks to get out of that lease with UNC with essentially no penalty. And so those types of things are some of the reasons that I would strongly encourage folks to think about living on campus, even as a sophomore, junior, senior, graduate student. Great things that are really student-focused, student-friendly.
Housing reports that dormitories are functioning at 60 to 70% capacity, a margin that is impacting the way that students are spread out around campus, leaving many students without a roommate.
I have 2 suite mates, so I don't have a roommate though. It was a little bit annoying at first, actually, yeah, because one of my friends who we went to high school with had a roommate, and so I was watching all their roommates get really close, and I was like, wow, this is kind of sad I don't have a roommate.
Connectivity is paramount for students who are just starting out on campus, but for more established students, affordability and freedom have greater draws.
I definitely think that the price has something to do with it. I was comparing prices like from living here to what it would be like to live on my own, and just living in the dorms and like the requirements for like meal packages is just a lot of money, and sometimes like people just can't afford that, or they don't want to like pull a loan or put it on their tuition.
President Andy's budget cuts have left many programs scrounging for funding, but housing has external funding. Enrollment is their problem.
Reality that we have fewer students here at UNC than we were built for, to be honest. So UNC, when I was a student here, had about 12,000 students, and we are closer to 8,000 now. And so there might be ways in which, you know, as I shared, hey, we're going to use this building differently to support other needs of the university for now. And that is one of the reasons that, again, being really responsive to what the needs of students are and what they're wanting to see in their on-campus living situation is really important to us.
University housing will always be going through changes, but faculty and staff like Jed Cummings are here to make sure that students receive the support that they need. I'm Lydia Erickson, reporting live from South Hall.
From resident halls to the field, UNC student athletes are also making moves this week. Let's head over to Savannah for a look at what Bears are doing this week.
Thank you, Jenna. Good morning, Bears. I'm Savannah Amack, and welcome back to Campus Collective Sports. It's a week of transitions for UNC athletics, with some seasons wrapping up and others just getting started. The Bears basketball teams had a short postseason run in Starch Madness, as both saw their season come to an end Monday night at the Big Sky Championships in Boise, Idaho. The women, who entered the tournament as a 3rd seed, fell to Eastern Washington after a 10-point run by the Eagles in the 4th quarter. Later that evening, the men's team lost to the Montana Grizzlies, ending their bid to defend last year's season conference title. Meanwhile, the Bears swim and dive team is heading south. They'll compete Thursday at the CSCAA National Invitational Championship in Ocala, Florida, against top collegiate swimmers from across the nation. Don't get too much FOMO, though. The baseball team has its home opener this weekend, where they will host the St. Thomas Tommies in a 3-game series Friday through Sunday at Jackson Field. To wrap up the week, softball will be on the road Sunday, taking on the University of the Pacific Tigers in Stockton, California. As spring sports heat up, the Bears are just getting started. Stay tuned, there's plenty of action still ahead. I'm Savannah Amack, Campus Collective.
Still to come on Bear News, the Humane Society is making a difference for pets in the Greeley community.
Plus a dive into the Link Library and what it has to offer this semester, and campus program working to provide free menstrual products to students who need them.
Then, Downtown Sound is bringing back live music to the city, and we'll wrap up with your weekly entertainment report. We'll be right back.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
At school, it feels like everyone's staring at me and I'm just kind of not really a person.
Sometimes I can't believe that you could be proud of me if I'm not proud of myself.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
Think of our best times together. Let's do more of that.
Try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Just 10 minutes from campus, one shelter is working towards giving animals in the community a second chance. The NOCO Humane Society in Evans helps hundreds of animals every year into finding their way into a forever home.
Local shelters rely on more than just their staff to keep things running smoothly. With dozens of cats and dogs to care for every day, keeping animals mentally and emotionally healthy takes time. That's where volunteers step in to help. The community can help give that extra care and attention that our furry friends need. Shelter life can be stressful for pets. Daily play, walks, and interaction helps keep them happy and healthy while they wait for their forever homes.
We couldn't do it without them. We have so much going on. We care for so many animals, and the staff we have are wonderful, but they cannot do it all.
The shelter says anyone interested in volunteering can find more information on its website. Even just a few hours a week can make a big difference for those pets. From finding homes for pets in need to creating a space for learning, organizations across the community are making a difference. The Link Library is one of them.
The Link Library Innovation Center is filled with resources for you to create. Beyond lending books and having a computer lab, Link also supplies a makerspace for members. Sewing machines and looms fill the textile studio, while Woodshop comes equipped with a wood chisel set, a drum sander, and a hacksaw, amongst others. Your podcast can come to life with Link's recording studio. Every month you'll get 200 printing credits. This is equivalent to 200 black and white pages or 40 colored pages. To gain access to these resources, all you need is a library card. Students come to the Link Library to learn, study, or create something new.
We do a lot of workshop classes, whether it be like on money, financial literacy. I just did one like how to get your first apartment, which is kind of cool. So we have a lot of like workforce development and just kind of adulting one-on-one that might be beneficial.
While the library works to expand academic access, another campus program is focused on meeting a different basic need. Just as Necessary is working toward expanding access to essential hygiene products for students on campus. Have you ever wondered why period products are so expensive and hard to access? Over half of women who menstruate report period poverty, which is why Just as Necessary has made it their mission to secure access to essential hygiene products such as diapers, soap, and toothbrushes for women all over Colorado. Among their partners from local organizations in collaboration with policymakers, they're working towards long-term sustainable solutions towards coming over period poverty. To learn more about Just as Necessary and access to resources about period and hygiene product rights, visit www.justasnecessary.org.
Accessible healthcare for students is music to my ears. Speaking of music, have you been downtown lately? Downtown Sound is the local record shop bringing vinyl favorites back to the heart of Greeley. Nestled in the heart of downtown Greeley is one of the only places to get records, tapes, and CDs. Downtown Sound originated in Loveland as a family-owned business based around a love of music and physical media. John Jankow and his wife Jenny decided it would be best to move to Greeley for the small town and community-minded atmosphere. They bought the shop soon after moving and made it their own with the help of Dave Sapinski, their business partner. They realized almost immediately that a music store was exactly what Greeley needed. John and Jenny even made their son Ben a manager after realizing how much love the store was going to get. Downtown Sound always has someone in shopping or looking around, and John, Jenny, and Dave love making a connection.
It's just bringing music to the music community, the collector community, just having customers coming in and talking about music and showing kids new music, introducing people to new music and just talking about the music that we love.
And if you're looking for even more ways to stay entertained, we've got you covered. Here's your weekly entertainment report.
Well, Bears, it has certainly been a big year in pop culture so far. With iconic new music releases, the heat of award season, and jaw-dropping red carpet moments, there's a lot to cover. I'm Katie Godo, here to break down what you might have missed this year in entertainment. Starting off with a bang, Harry Styles released his highly anticipated album Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally on Friday. His fourth studio album, and as an act of promotion, he will be doing double duty as the host and musical guest on Saturday Night Live this Saturday, March 14th. It will be his second time hosting following his show debut in 2019. SNL isn't the only thing worth paying attention to this weekend. The 98th Academy Awards are this Sunday, March 15th. Tune in to see the conclusion to the thrilling awards race between some of the best movies of 2025, including Frankenstein, Hamnet, and Sinners, which made Academy history as the most nominated film ever with 16 nominations. Award season can bring out some of the craziest red carpet moments. At the 2026 Actor Awards, Zendaya's stylist and personal friend LaRoche told Access Hollywood that she and Tom Holland are married. This statement fueled ongoing rumors about their engagement and marriage, sparked months earlier when Zendaya was photographed wearing an engagement ring at the 2025 Golden Globes. Speaking of iconic red carpets, the Metropolitan Museum of Art announced new details for its annual awaited 2026 Met Gala. The Met exhibition theme this year is costume art, and on February 23rd, the museum announced the dress code will be Fashion is Art, encouraging guests to explore the relationship between fashion and creativity through expression. It was also announced that the co-chairs will include Beyoncé, Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and longtime chair member Anna Wintour. The Met Gala will take place on Monday, May 4th. From chilling carpet red moment award anticipation, this year's pop culture moments have already made a splash. Back to you, Jenna.
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for tuning in today. And for Campus Collective, I'm Jenna Vandiver.
And I'm Elena Alfano. We'll see you next time. Bye.